The roar of the crowd was deafening. The Colosseum trembled with anticipation. In ancient Rome, this was the stage for a brutal spectacle, gladiatorial combat. These fights were more than just entertainment. They were a raw display of power, woven into the very fabric of Roman society. Gladiators, most of them slaves or prisoners of war, fought with desperate courage. They battled each other, wild animals, and even condemned criminals. Their lives hung in the balance, their fates decided by the fickle whims of the crowd and the emperor. Victory meant fleeting glory, while defeat almost always meant death. Roman citizens, from the lowliest commoners to the wealthiest patricians, flocked to the arenas. They craved the thrill of combat, the visceral excitement of witnessing life and death struggles. The sand of the arena was soaked in the blood of countless souls, a grim testament to the brutal realities of the Roman world. And within this volatile mix of desperation and defiance, a spark of rebellion was about to ignite. Spartacus was no ordinary gladiator. Hailing from the rugged lands of Thrace, he likely served as an auxiliary in the Roman army before his capture. Sold into slavery, he found himself thrust into the brutal world of gladiatorial training at Capua. Though stripped of his freedom, Spartacus never surrendered his spirit. He possessed a keen mind, a powerful physique, and an indomitable will that set him apart. He yearned for something more than the fleeting glory of the arena. In 73 BC, Spartacus's simmering resentment boiled over. He, along with a small group of fellow gladiators, hatched a daring plan of escape. Armed with nothing more than kitchen knives and sheer desperation, they overpowered their guards and stormed out of the gladiatorial school at Capua. This audacious act of defiance sent shockwaves through the Roman world. The initial response from Rome to the slave revolt was one of dismissive arrogance. The Senate, preoccupied with internal power struggles, viewed the uprising as a minor nuisance. They dispatched a small force, led by the praetor Gaius Claudius Glaber, to deal with the rebels. They grossly underestimated the strategic brilliance and unwavering determination of Spartacus. On the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, Spartacus and his rebels, now numbering in the thousands, faced Glaber's legions. The Romans anticipated an easy victory, expecting the slaves to break under their superior training and equipment. But Spartacus, a master tactician, used the terrain to his advantage. He outmaneuvered the legions, ambushing them and routing their forces. The victory sent shockwaves through Rome, transforming the slave revolt from a minor disturbance into a full-blown crisis. As Spartacus's victories mounted, panic gripped the Roman Senate. The rebellion, once dismissed as a minor inconvenience, now posed a direct threat to the stability of the Republic. Marcus Licinius Crassus, one of the wealthiest and most ambitious men in Rome, stepped forward to crush the rebellion. Crassus understood the threat posed by Spartacus. He saw in him not just a rebellious slave, but a skilled general who had inflicted humiliating defeats on Roman legions. Crassus assembled a new army, larger and more disciplined than any that had previously faced Spartacus. Spartacus, for his part, knew that a direct confrontation with Crassus's forces would be suicidal. He attempted to evacuate his forces from Italy, hoping to reach the Alps and secure freedom for his followers beyond the reach of Rome. Trapped in the south of Italy by Crassus's relentless legions, Spartacus and his followers made their final stand. The Battle of the Silarus River, fought in 71 BC, was a clash of titans, a desperate struggle for freedom against the overwhelming might of Rome. Spartacus's forces, though outnumbered and outmatched, fought with the fury of cornered wolves. They knew that defeat meant not only the end of their rebellion, but also a return to the horrors of slavery or a gruesome death at the hands of the Romans. Spartacus, seeking to rally his men and perhaps even reach Crassus himself, plunged into the heart of the Roman legions. He fought with the strength of 10 men, his every blow fueled by a lifetime of pain and a burning desire for vengeance. But the tide of battle had turned. Surrounded by a sea of Roman soldiers, Spartacus fell, his body pierced by a multitude of wounds. The rebellion of Spartacus, though ultimately crushed, cast a long shadow over the Roman Republic. It served as a stark warning to the ruling class, a reminder that the oppressed could rise up and challenge the established order. The specter of Spartacus, the gladiator who had defied Rome and come within a hair's breadth of shaking the very foundations of the Republic, haunted the nightmares of Roman senators for generations. The immediate aftermath of the rebellion saw Crassus solidify his power and prestige. He returned to Rome a conquering hero, his reputation enhanced by his victory over the slaves. But the victory came at a cost. The story of Spartacus, though confined to a few short years, in ancient history has resonated throughout the ages. His name has become synonymous with courage, defiance, and the unyielding pursuit of freedom. He has inspired countless works of art, literature, music, and film, each generation reinterpreting his story and finding new meaning in his struggle. From the Romantic poets to modern revolutionaries, Spartacus has transcended his historical context. He has become an icon, a symbol of hope for the oppressed, and a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the human spirit can never be truly broken. The legacy of Spartacus continues to inspire today. Thank you for watching. If you found this video beneficial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Traudastoria to continue learning from the annals of history.